to all Africans. Doesn't matter where you are, but in spirit we are together. I just want to encourage everyone that there's a lot of materials that we have done to be able to regain and to bring our people into the consciousness of the values which binds them and makes them who they are. So I encourage all to participate in a group on Facebook and my page. There are so many materials that have been released that myself I'm not even aware of things I did long ago just to prepare our people and to give our people the sense of direction that this battle is a one battle. We are only organizing ourselves to reclaim what belongs to us. No matter what they have done to the African people by separating Africans from Africa, but the African's melanin is one that cannot be killed. The African spirit is one that cannot be abolished. The African dream is one that was ordained by God and cannot be resisted or controlled by man. So we are moving forward not only to regain the honor of our founding fathers, the spirit of our nations, and the voice of our people, but we are here to regain our birthright. It is something which all men are born with. It cannot be given to you, nor can it be granted. It cannot be stolen away from you, but it must certainly not be lost. So it is a duty that every African owes to himself and to one another, that it is with a joint collective efforts that we must pursue this height and this great goal of not only uniting Africa, but bringing Africa to Africans, where the dream of our founding father and all the fallen slaves, our ancestors, can be re-erected by the people of this generation. We do not stand as one man, we stand in our millions. They were killed as individuals, but today we stand in our billions. So this is a moment and a day of revelation and a new dawn of freedom and liberated minds of those that have been freed from the chains and the opiums of oppression. Those that have refused, have denied to be subjected unto the influence of another man's ideas. We are self-made people, and therefore we shall self-lead ourselves and be masters of ourselves. So this is a call. I encourage all, spread the message. A dawn has come. Africa has come of age. She has produced giants that the world cannot contest with. Do not worry about the weapons of mass destruction. The weapons and the technology they have been able to provide, all of it came from Africa. Until Africans are still cry out, the day you come to understand who you are and your capabilities, you understand that guns, weapons of mass destruction before your presence will become powerless. You do not contest your nature or your ability with that and those that derive from you. A product can never be greater than its master. In other words, a device which has been created by someone can never be greater. In other words, you cannot be subjected and become slave to your own invention. The civilizations of the world today, it is thanks to Africa. So we need to rise up with the kings and the horns, the crowns of glory, to restore the dignity of our motherland and the sovereignty of our people. Thank you very much. I would say a blessing to have seen the support that we are getting from the Caribbeans, from North America. I am so blessed and so encouraged with tears on my eyes that the good Lord has given us access to carry Africa away from Africa and make it closer to the Africans around the world. It is our dream as Africans to make sure that Africa becomes a home for all Africans. And it is a responsibility that we must carry the dreams and the visions of our founding fathers to all Africans. In other words, we are going to move with Africa, and we are going to move around the world holding Africa in our hands, locating the doors and the homes of each African, and letting them know that the time has come where the reconciliation of the great age that has awaits The manifestation of the sons and daughters of Africa has come, has finally arrived, and to encourage all our people that the plans of the wicked one cannot prevail as far as the hand of the Almighty God laid the foundations of Africa. Therefore means that Africans are the chosen race, the land which floweth with milk and honey. And we are rising up to the task to make sure that all the giants that occupies the lands of Africa shall fall without hands touching them. It is a call to all to understand that unity alone takes care of every problem. It is only in our unity that we shall discover our full potentials. You know, when a man is cut away from his root, he doesn't know where he's coming from. But as we move with Africa around the world, linking Africans to Africa, suddenly they will realize their divinity. Suddenly they will realize their spirituality. Suddenly they realize their mental capacity. Suddenly they will realize that they are not only mortals, but they are immortal humans living in a mortal body. They will suddenly realize the kingship and the rod of scepter which they were endorsed in the hands of their founding fathers to lead the world into a path of peace and to provide the solutions that shall arise in the world today. Like I explained, the very main reason why Africans or Africa was never given a veto seat at the level of the UN National Security Council, because Africa was a subject matter. And as a matter of fact, by suppressing and building the spirit of racism against Africa and the white supremacy, which is a misconception of racism, it is not because the white man is superior to the black man, it's because the white man discovered the superiority of a black man and what he possesses as the choosing one. And because of that knowledge which he received, which the Africans themselves are yet to discover, he developed hatred against and towards the African people and decided to persecute them and to alienate them, to abolish them away from their source of heritage. It is a time where all of these things are being restored. Our people are going to come away. They are going to break the chains that hold them down. They're going to come out of captivity, not with hands touching them, but by the words which the sons and daughters of Africa are going to declare. They will be free without hands touching them. They will assemble themselves before the battlefield without anyone holding their hand physically, but by the sounds of the trumpet of the sons and daughters of this continent that God has raised through the maturity of which Africa has become today. That the heirs, as long as they were children, they were not differ from slaves. But today we are free men. Today we are mature people. We are no longer slaves. We are those that decide our own destiny, and we are those that influence the decisions of even that which the superworld power cannot contest against the minds of the great ones that Africa has been able to raise up. And in this light we continue and we move forward, that before this battle will be over, even the God King of the United Nations will bleed, and their fall shall be great without hands touching them, as our people united amongst themselves and restore themselves back onto their roots and let Africa shine as the light of the world, that which can give humanity safety and bring about security, love and peace and joy over mankind. So the end of the world is not yet until Africa unites and until the world understands that the rule or the rulership of the Creator is found in Africa. Until then, we are still here to make sure that our people come to understand their true identity. And that is why I insist that the kind of message and type of message, information that we must spread, it is not those that are going to demoralize our people. It is not those that are going to make our people guilty. It is those that are going to uplift our people and let them know that Africa 20 years ago is not Africa today. Africa 30 years ago is not Africa today. Africa 60 years ago is not Africa today. Africa 400 years ago is not Africa today. Africa has finally come of age. She has preserved a remnant of soldiers and warriors who will fight without their last breath, without their breath being taken away, who will run thousands of kilometers and will not fall and will not get tired, who will rise with the wings of the eagle, and who will stand and make sure that justice is given to his people. And that is our position, and it's not going to be compromised. It will not be decided, or it will not be influenced, it will not be determined by the views and the suggestions of those who claim to be civilized, when yet they are all fools. Thank you very much.